first speaker tonight is Dr. Hesna Ghaoui.
Yes.
Not bad. From Hungary. She specializes in conflict areas, I'm told. She must have enjoyed Washington, D.C. Her travel has been, before this, primarily to the Middle East. So let us hear what she has to say about her impressions of the U.S. and of U.S. and Europe.
Thank you for the nice introduction. I am working at the Hungarian public television, and I'm specialized on foreign affairs, especially on the Middle East. My mother is Hungarian, my dad is from Syria, but I grew up in Hungary. This is where I work at. But at the same time, I had a lot of chance to see Syria, where I have quite a large family. So it's part of my identity, though this is not the only reason that I chose to specialize on the Middle East. But before I go into this, I will basically talk about how I see my work as a foreign editor reporter in today's media, and how I see
her closer to the microphone, very close.
It's not
loud enough.
I will say three numbers of three countries. Okay. Not really countries only, because I will start with the Gaza Strip, which is 30. Pakistan is 50, and Iraq is 100. I wonder if you can guess what the connections are. And as morbid as it sounds, this many people have to die in attack to make it to the news, at least in Hungary. Because this is the sad reality, we became kind of irresistant to people dying on a daily basis in some areas. We became irresistant to hearing the numbers, and we don't realize it.
Change the speaker, we can't hear you.
Closer to the mic.
All right. Is it better? Okay. So we became irresistant to hearing numbers, how many people die in each attack, and we don't realize that there are worlds disappearing by the death of one person as well, leaving behind families, daughters, sisters, brothers. Whose fault is it, we can ask? Is it the fault of the editors-in-chief, who decide on what makes it into news? Or is it the fault of people who don't want to hear this anymore, or for who it doesn't really make a difference? Well, I was wondering if it's the same situation in the United States, and I had to discover that it's closely the same. I had this chance to spend 3 weeks at CNN, and I also had the chance to listen to great speakers here in the Strip. And what I've heard that this is the same problem, that there's less space for the foreign affairs news, there's less time, there are less columns in the newspapers, and it's sensationalism and entertainment factors that dominate the foreign affairs news as well. I was in the lucky situation that I had the chance to go to Kentucky a few days ago. Actually, we arrived here yesterday, with 7 of us. It was a great day. And we went to a meeting into a small city where really nothing is going on generally, and other than roadside accidents, nothing really happens. And the organizer invited the whole media to come to this meeting, and no one showed up from the local media. And he was joking with us that, well, yeah, I told them that there would be 8 European journalists and decision makers. Why didn't I say 8 European terror suspects? I'm sure that would have been more. And the sad thing that he was right. But this is the same thing in Hungary. We have less and less space for foreign affairs news, and which is a problem because we don't have time to explain things why are happening. We have time to talk about attacks, but we don't have time to explain why they're happening. We don't have time to explain all the things that are going on in the Middle East or Africa, because we say that this is not important, we don't have time for that, we have enough problems. And as they said it in the States, I've heard this expression, fast food, fast news is what's going on in the world, because they can, televisions can afford to broadcast news that are easily digestible for everyone, and if they don't understand the details, then they will just switch channels. This is a problem, and this is dangerous in my point of view, because we tend to simplify. If we have only 30 seconds to talk about something, or 1 minute, well, then that's luxury, then how do we explain why that bomb went off in Iraq, or in the Middle East, why there's shootings again? And if we generalize, we don't have a explain what's going on. And this is one of the reasons, for example, why the whole world is treating the whole Islamic world as one unit. How can we talk about a unit when it's over 1 billion people that we're talking about?